Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel. I really appreciate the concerns. People keep on asking why I'm not releasing videos yet. There are a lot of things happening in the country politically. Those who have followed the channel, you know that we got a home accident and my wife is recuperating home. It's really demanding. Like I said earlier, there are new twists to it, a bit of complications here and there that needs my attention. I have to visit doctors, but I thank God and I'm hoping that she will be okay. I have received more than 10 calls, people who are lamenting and they're saying, can analysts tell Raila not to join William Ruto? And they're really worried. I think it is because of the latest developments when Raila was seen close to William Ruto, and the pictures really portrayed a duo that was really very happy close to each other. And it started at the burial of the veteran Madam Mukami, where they threw words at each other. Raila told William Ruto to try and not to increase taxes, and he said that this goes against the promise to shield and economically protect the hustlers, those who are at the bottom of the economic pyramid. William Ruto came up and said that Raila Odinga cannot lecture him on matters economy. And he said that the only thing that Raila can overshadow him on is history, because Raila has been there the longest time. Rigathi did not want to hear anything, and he really took that time to lecture Raila that Raila must accept that election is gone and we have a government in place. Then shockingly, in Kasarani, in that event where Manyala really shone, William Ruto and Raila Odinga were seen together, and it really raised eyebrows. Whether it was a theatric, because I saw William Ruto laughing there hastily. And then I think they were also seen in an event, the Mashemeji Derby, that match between Gor Mahia FC and FC Leopards. And from these events, people are reading mischief, and they're saying that is there a possibility that Raila wants to forget the cause? And they're saying that maybe he is making a U-turn. There is one question: is Raila joining William Ruto? And the Azimio followers are really very anxious about this. And I want to say that I concur with them, because we have seen history, and in the recent past, when you least expect it, it happens. And I will tell you why this is not the time that Raila should even sit next to William Ruto. One, after the last elections, there are people who decided to move on, because we went through that election cycle, through the declaration at Bomas of Kenya, when the Bishop Olesapit presided over that event, and then you saw what happened to Ledama, and all the drama. Then it went to the Supreme Court, and the judgment with the non-judicial words like hot air. And you all understand that after that, there are people who said, after Raila came out and said that even though they did not agree with the ruling of the Supreme Court, they accepted. And so the people had moved on. Then all of a sudden, we were treated to some news, whether it was good news or not, that a whistleblower had revealed that Raila Odinga won. And you understand that from South Africa, Raila declared that Ruto administration was and is illegitimate. And people have gone to the streets when he started the mass actions. And there are people who died in the process. Others are nursing injuries in hospitals. And the other day, I saw Raila going to visit them. So there came a whistleblower who declared that Raila won the August polls by 8 million against William Ruto's 5 million votes. And gradually, they came back demanding for their victory. And Raila has always stated that William Ruto must vacate office. I'm one person who believes that there was no way, there was no reason why people should go to the street, lose their lives, others get maimed in the process, then you shake hands. If it was a matter of shaking hands, because I understand Raila is a seasoned politician and he knows what he's doing, I have a feeling that he should have shaken hands without taking people to the streets. And I'm saying this is just my opinion. It's very unnecessary to go to the streets, lose lives, others get injured, then before you know it, they are shaking hands. Because the reason why most of the Azimio supporters went to the streets is because Raila had guided them that they wanted back their victory. So that is why that's one reason why I believe that Raila should stay away from William Ruto. Number two, one of the reasons and the agendas in the bipartisan talks is the reduction of the cost of living. In the letter that Raila even wrote to the diplomats responding to an earlier letter that William Ruto did to the same diplomats, Raila said that William Ruto has failed because the cost of living is skyrocketing. If you look at the cost of education, it's high because Ruto abandoned the subsidies that were initiated by the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. The subsidies on fuel, subsidies on unga, all of them are no longer there, courtesy of Ruto's regime. And this has really made it very difficult for the common man. And you've seen even members, residents from William Ruto's backyard, they have taken to the streets and they are lamenting. The other day, I saw residents from Nandi. You know, Nandi is one of the strongest supporters of William Ruto. Now, for them to go to the streets lamenting and protesting about the cost of living, it tells you that, to use the right words, the words that Raila uses, punda amechoka. Everyone is tired. And this is not the time for Raila Odinga to make a U-turn, because people are slowly agreeing with him. Even those who voted for William Ruto now understand that it was a mistake. The other day, the Anglican Archbishop Ole Sapit lamented on the appointments, because he was saying that every Kenyan is a taxpayer, but if you look at the appointments by this government, it is pegged on just 2 tribes, and your guess is as good as mine. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen doctors giving strike notice. As we speak, there is a bill in Parliament seeking to increase VAT 16% on fuel. And you know, when this happens, the cost of production will go up, and that means everything will skyrocket. I think 2 weeks ago, I was in one of the local supermarkets. There's a nearby supermarket. I think it is Naivas. Just the other day, 2 kilo of sugar was retailing at 300, if I'm not wrong. I went there yesterday and it is 420. And I'm imagining the bill that is in Parliament has not been passed yet. So if or when it passes, it means it will go higher. It means that maybe 1 kg of sugar will be retailing at maybe 300. Already the cost of electricity is high. So this is the time when Raila should even heighten the political temperatures, because he started this and everyone seems to be reading with him from the same page. They understand, they agree that indeed life is becoming more difficult, and I have a feeling that Raila must go to the fullest to achieve what he wanted. And that's why I'm saying that I want to agree with those who call every day, because they tell Raila not to accept handshake. I want to finish by saying this. Before Raila started this race about the mass action, he had assured his supporters that he never wanted any handshake. You've seen the altercation between, the verbal altercation between Raila and Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi has continued to say that Raila wants to get to government through the back door. And he claims that this is what he did to the late President Moi Kibaki. He did it in the famous handshake between him and Uhuru Kenyatta. And they're saying that he wants to repeat the same so that he can get to this government. But Raila has said he wants nothing. All he wants is his victory. Do you agree with the sentiments of those people who are saying that Raila should not join this government? Because from signs and symptoms, the indications, there seems to be something looming in the offing. Before we know it, we might just see two gentlemen, the two gentlemen shaking hands at the doors of Rambe House, and it will really elicit a lot of debate. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a message. And I have taken a stand, by the way. If there is something that I will defend, is the last handshake, the previous handshake between Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Why? It brought peace and calm and tranquility in the country, and it is because it was done with political goodwill. Both the two gentlemen agreed that there were no cards being played under the table, and both of them came and they decided that this is what we want Kenyans to live in peace. But the one that we are alleging will never see the light of the day, because I can tell you for a fact, William Ruto is very crafty and very cunning. If he lures Raila to get into a handshake, it will not be business as usual, because it is the same handshake that brought peace, but also was a thorn in the flesh when Raila was campaigning, because Raila said, because people said that Raila could not talk about the ills in the government. There was no way he was going to criticize the same government that they were in bed with. And so I want to believe that Raila is a wise fella politically. He's been there before and he knows what he's doing. I don't know what people like Kalonzo will do, because already I understand that people like Ledama Lekina are reading mischief and they are not in support of this. I know you can disagree with me, but I have taken a stand. Raila must avoid William Ruto as plague, and he must run away from him.